Good morning, everybody. Friday. You made it. I didn't make it yesterday. Holy crap. Sorry about that. But we're back here. A lot of people were like, Jay's not going to make the morning show. He's up too late playing Fortnite with good old Mo. But we're here. Yesterday was just I probably could have gone live at 9. A lot of phone calls. Like I try to get my stuff done early in the morning. So a lot of MegaCon stuff I had to deal with and get through. So no excuses. I got to be here for you guys. Everybody freaks out when I'm not. When they don't start their day, they don't know what to do with themselves. Kind of crazy, actually. But today is Friday. We're here. You made it. You did good stuff. You did good. Spirian, the brand new Florida man, moved to Florida. Look at this guy. Gifted a membership to start off the Friday. Hard to believe, huh? Hard to believe. How's everybody else doing? Look at that. Look at the love I'm feeling. Look at the love. I love Jay. Look at that. I thought you were more of a Ryan person, but hey, that's all right. Cole Hauser is on his train, so he says, I'm here, Jay. That's, man, I love that, man. I love that. Look at my love. I hope that's not addressed to me, but, hey, yeah. Yeah. Morning, Jay. 2 weeks till MegaCon. My MegaCon starts Monday, actually. Cole Hauser will be here. Eldridge will be here. Some others will be here early. We're going to hang out and do some stuff. Going to go to some theme parks. Going to be wild. And my man Spider Unlimited, I can't wait to meet either. Like it's too long. Been too long, right? Been too long. With 5 gifted memberships, he's like, hey man, it's Friday. Let's give me that rose. Z Highness, are you coming to MegaCon? Huh? Rick says, Billy, I gave my first super chat yesterday. How awesome is that? Old Racer 22 gifted not 5 but 10. He's like, I see you, Spider. I see you, and I one up you another 5. I gotta tell you, man. I gotta tell you, Jay. I'll be in Orlando from Sunday to Wednesday. This coming Sunday. I don't know if you'll see me at the park. I'll be more heavy Disney stuff recording because the week of MegaCon, I'll be more heavy Universal recording. So if you're in the Disney area, then yeah. But you never know. You never know what good old Jay might bumble and you never know. Old Racer, Spider Unlimited, and Spirian. Shout out to you guys, man, for all the gifties. And look at this. What will you do with a drunken sailor? What will you do with a drunken sailor? I'm in a good mood today, huh? I'm always in a good mood. Another 10 shout outs. $26. 26 gifties. Make him walk the plank. Oh, yeah. I went to the Universal Marty Gras. I don't know if Uncle Mike's in the chat. I got to tell you, man, I think I like that celebration better than anything that they do. I like Halloween Horror Nights. Don't get me wrong. That's like that's a separate ticket. Just the vibe and everything. Ah, it's so cool. The food, the dancing, the beads, all that stuff. It's so cool, man. It's so cool. I'm stove for 5. Might be losing my place and moving. Should I just move to Florida? I can't afford $2,000 a month alone. Rhode Island rent is insane. Make me laugh, Jay. All right, let's break this down. What are you getting for $2,000 a month? What are you getting in Rhode Island? You don't have to super chat. What are you got? What are you getting? 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom? What are you getting? 3-bedroom? You're getting crap. Oh, you can't like help me out here? I'm gonna help you out. Florida isn't much better. Nah, I don't know about that. 1-bedroom. Okay, so 1 for 2,000? That's wild, man. That's a lot worse, Florida. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Um, yeah. Just just saying, depending on how close you want to live to Disney, all right, it goes up. So the further out from Disney, you get what I'm saying? The further out's a little less. Okay. Like, take this for instance. I'm just throwing this out there. Take this for instance, okay? This is $1,400 a month with some utilities included. Right there. You get a 3-2, buddy. That's all I'm saying. That's about an hour and 10 minutes, maybe. Hour 20 to Universal Studios. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I just randomly quickly pulled that up. I just randomly quickly pulled that up. All right? I mean, look at this. If you this one is this one's like 20 minutes from Disney. So it goes up the closer you get to Disney, right? Just throwing I just it was just a quick go to Zillow, right? That's all you do. Go to Zillow. I mean, look, Southwest. This is 1,100. I think water is included. There's your 1 right there. All right. Look at that. It looks all updated and new and all that stuff. Got a little playground. That's where you get your mail. All right. That's all I'm saying. Do your research. It's hot here in Florida though. You're gonna be at Disney with the family. All right, cool. I mean, look at Texas too. I'm paying 1,000 for a 3-bedroom outside of Brownsville, Texas. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I want to be far from Disney. There you go. There's like small little towns in Florida, like 2 hours out of Disney, bro. If you work from home, that's the place to be. quiet, cheap, like nothing, man. You know, people paying like $800 for a tutu. But I mean, you got to be able to live out, you know, you got to be able to work from home, you know, like that's what I'm saying. It's like 2-hour drive to the airport and all that stuff, but it's beautiful, man. Right on the water and everything. Yeah, you'll be at Disney with the family. All right, gotcha. Well, if you see a big goofball like myself, be like, Jay, just yell. That's all you got to do. Just yell. Uncle Mike says next year we got to get you on Ride and Dine. You mean for the Marty Gras? I think that's kind of cool. I'd like to do it with like 5 people though. You know what I mean? Like 5 people. Everyone's like, we getting robbed up here. That's all I'm saying. I'd like to do it with like a bunch. I think that'd be the best, you know? I'm looking for places to live right now. It's expensive for me anyway. All I'm saying, like somewhere like you like 2 hours out of Disney and all that stuff, like up north or south, like in Polk County area. You might have a run in with some weird cousins, you know, that have been living together for a long time. But if you keep to yourself, everybody's pretty friendly. Never hear of like crazy stuff happening over there. That sheriff, Grady Judd, keeps everybody in line. It's not even close. Y'all speaking about places to live. Look at this craziness right here. Kind of crazy how all the topics just kind of work out, right? An American woman went viral after sharing a video demonstrating how she gets into her apartment in Paris. She's got a Coca-Cola and some other food. This is how she gets into her apartment in Paris. I would not. I'd visit. I ain't gonna live there. All right. This is insane.
All right. Since everybody was just so utterly gobsmacked by the tour of me leaving my apartment, I thought naturally I would do the scarier view, which is me going up the stairs into.
And that's wild, man. My town got a steel mill and drove up the price of living. So, man, that's terrible, dude. That's terrible. I don't think you're allowed to do that in Florida. Of course, I say that, but the closer you get to Disney, the more expensive houses are. You know.
My apartment. So here we go, the main entrance. Say a prayer. So naturally, as we walk in through the front door, we are met by stairs which lead to another door, which is met by a pathway with no stairs that leads to another door that is met by a courtyard to lead us to another door.
What the whole heck is
and
this?
While we're here, I'll address the first question that many people had is how the hell do I carry my groceries? And that is by hand. I am a woman of integrity, so I will carry the groceries for myself. However, the load is limited to 2 leeks and 1 can of Coke. So then we open the next door to get us to the security entrance to the next door. Here we go. And once we're in this door, then we meet our fateful demise, the steps.
No elevator.
I take a moment of prayer to reflect on what's about to happen. And then without further ado, I go.
She didn't say she didn't like it. She said she was filming it for her friends.
Okay, a moment to pause and catch my breath. Give myself some grace before tackling the rest.
What kind of groceries is that, man? That's like not even a snack for me. This better be some apartment building, man. I'm just saying, like,
And the Louvre could really learn a lesson here, because now we're at another door with 2 locks
you got to carry
just
all
to
those
get into
keys to get
another
to your
hallway.
apartment. Odyssey run.
And safety first, of course, so have to then lock both of the locks that I just unlocked.
What?
Okay, 2 more hours and I should be at my apartment.
It would be fun carrying furniture up that staircase.
And there she is.
I'm coming down. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Now I won't
to
be
an
leaving
hour.
for 5 to 7 business days.
Are you insane? That's crazy, dude. 2 patios, a crosswalk, 3 flights of stairs, 3 other doors, a key fob just to get in. And she won't show her apartment. It's probably really small. Jeez, man. And she said she was carrying her groceries. What the freak was she carrying? Like a cucumber? What is that? A Coke? And whatever that is. You're right, though. She'll definitely stay in shape. You know, she's gonna have legs and a buttocks built like a truck, you know, keep doing that, you know. They do that in other countries, but here in America, we got stairmasters. Even though we could just walk upstairs, it's like that's not good enough for us Americans. We got to build a machine that mimics stairs. She got celery. I like that word buttocks. I heard someone like I hear like a doctor describing or something. They use the word buttock. I freaking die laughing every single time. I bet a lot of the buildings are like that in Paris. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Jay, it cost $1 million for a small home in Compton now because of the SoFi Stadium. We coming straight out of Compton. Straight out of Compton, man. I thought that was like the ghetto, you know, but no, the $1 million. That's insane. That's kind of insane. Let's see. Where were we? I lost my place. Ah, my tabs. My tabs are gone. 1 second, you know, professional streamer. And then, of course, we have that going on in Paris. And then we have this going on in America. Hold on. Spider Unlimited, they should contact the Germans. They built a more efficient one. Oh, wait. Brody, you pushing the envelope. Huh? And Jeanette gifted a membership to the Rebellion. Shout out to you from South Africa. Shout out. And don't forget to join the Patreon. I'm actually posting about the book club today. If anybody's interested to keep me accountable to read. We moving straight out of Compton. Bro, can you imagine? Oh, speaking of the Patreon, I've got one of the next giveaway. Oh, this is going to be so cool. I finally found the perfect travel bag. All right. I don't know what this is going to sell for. Oh, man. Shout out Predon Corpse with the kicks, man. And Spearing gifted another membership to the Rebellion. Thanks, brother. I was sent this bag from 221B Tactical. And Suresh, my friend, was like, Jay, this bag will change your travel life. I was like, okay. I took it with me. I don't know if you saw, I posted on my Instagram and other places. I took it with me to New York. It'll be with me at the convention. It's going to be with me. I got to be honest. This bag is incredible. Okay. Anytime I'm traveling for like overnight, this is it. Look at this thing. This is my little unboxing. Anyway, this is the one I'm giving away to one of you. One of you guys are going to get a freebie. Gotta be on the Patreon. All right. Just letting you know. One of you guys are going to get these. Sorry, Jay, I don't see the book post on Patreon. I literally just said, Jose, I'm doing it today. I literally just said. Anyway, so this is one of the giveaways. I don't want to get my hands all over it because this is the one I'm giving away. But it also comes with, it's gonna come with like a Jaywalking the Planet patch all together. This thing is like I literally held 5 days of clothes. Like this replaced my suitcase. I just don't get it. But anyway, I don't think it would be beneficial for smaller people. I don't know if that makes sense. Because it's huge. Look, I'm a big guy. This thing is huge. Like it holds. I'll probably do a complete video. I don't know, but like hard shell on the top. I'm terrible at selling these things. This thing is like breathable and massive. You got the Velcro here. This thing is, so it's for the fats. No, I'm saying like tall, like shorter people. This might look so big. I don't know. The best part of this bag, and then I'm done. All right. I'm not trying to like this right here on the back. This thing is like, when he told me, he goes, this will be a game changer, right? This thing right here in the back, this little mesh thing right here, it comes off, it's Velcro. It gives you like enough space between your back and the bag that you don't sweat. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, Giant thinks it. Anyway, this is one of the, I'm giving one of these away. And then they're going to make like, they're going to make a Jaywalking the Planet exclusive. It ain't for everybody. It's not for everybody. But I love bags. This thing is going to come with all kinds of stuff like patches and keychains, and I'll do a full thing. Like, I don't know, like I'll do a full thing. So this is not like your everyday carry, right? This is like, if I'm going to the theme park, I'm not taking this. If I'm going to a hotel or whatever, I'm taking this. But like your shoes go here. It holds your laptop and everything. It holds like 7 days worth of clothes. It's got a soft pack. It's got this here. It's got a padded pack for your laptop or tablet. It's got giant D pockets here. I put everything in here. All my toiletries went on this side and all my drinks went on that side. It's got a secret thing in the back. Anyway, I love it. I've been trying my best to get the a travel bag. 9line had their bag, which I use. The 9line bag is my everyday. Like I'll be having that at the con and all that stuff like that. Jay selling back. I haven't sold anything. I'm saying this is a giveaway. This is a freaking giveaway. I haven't sold anything. I asked if they could send me one, so they sent me 2. So I got 2. How many pork? Why you keep bringing up pork chops? I could care less about that. I could care less. That ain't my stream. That's their stream. Yeah, I could literally care less about that. How does one enter the giveaway? You just have to be part of the Patreon. That's all it is. We need pictures of you carrying it around with Kata. I'll buy one if you buy the Rhino. Yeah, so we do giveaways for the rebels that are supporting me over there, which I appreciate it. And then we will do 1 or 2 for the people that are there for free. So It's a joke. I have no idea what that is, but y'all have fun in the chat talking about pork sandwiches. Enjoy. So yeah, so that'll be yeah, I'll have this for MegaCon at the booth, because if I buy something or people give us gifts, it'll be yeah, it'll hold everything. Plus it's so that it'll have like my pirate costume in there, cuz we have all these giveaways that we're doing at the booth at MegaCon, so we got to carry it all. But yeah, anyway, I thought it was cool. I couldn't believe he sent it. I was like, "Hey, how about send me a couple freebies?" So I said, if it works out, man, send me like a discount code or something if people want them. That's all. Jose says, I'll post some free giveaway memberships on the Patreon this evening, so sign up. Jay's going to start selling pirate jewelry. I wish I could. Look at that. Jose Taco is telling y'all right now that you could get a free Patreon. We had somebody give away 20 Patreons. It was David Harvey, and then Wasp, she gave away like 20. You have nothing to lose to sign up for free. The bag does look awesome though. Yeah, I don't know how it if he says, "Hey Jay, you want to make this your bag, like, and we'll sell it," then yeah. But I'm 9-line faithful, so we'll see. But at least I have one to give away. I get excited about that stuff. I think it's cool that we can give something away. X-Wing was bragging about going to Culver's for the first time, but he didn't get a butter burger. He got a pork chop sandwich. Really? That's all this was? That's all that was? I don't even go to Culver's. I don't even know what's on the menu. The backpack, the Patreon is very that backpack, the Patreon is very awesome, says Mojo. Yeah, I don't even go to Culver's. I'm not impressed though. I like, again, I don't care. Whatever happens on Tuesday night's main event when I'm not there, I don't care. It's like all they do is sit around and make fun of each other. We trying to do something over here, okay? We're trying to be professional over here. We do dripping fishes over here. We don't do no pork. I don't want that swine on me. Exactly, Brian. What's up, Raging Rhino? Yeah, but you don't call Culver's for a pork chop sandwich. Listen, if I went into a Culver's, I haven't been to a Culver's in years. So I don't know. This is more me right here. Look what Americans are doing to save money. I'm going to have a dripping fish today before my workout. People are now scamming the free breakfast at hotels. That's wild. How to get a free breakfast?
This is a life
I think you can get. I think this is illegal, by the way. So don't do this.
hack on how to get free breakfast every day of the week. Okay, so what you're going to do is find you a hotel that does complimentary breakfast. You walk in like you belong there, head high, confidence high. Don't even look at the person at the front of the desk. If they say anything to you, you go, "Do you know who my father is?" And they go, "No." And you go, "Neither do I, because he died in 9/11 and he's a hero of this country." And you walk away. Be a gentleman, get you the eggs and protein first before you go right to the sweets. Also, I forgot to mention, don't worry about the person at the front desk. They work the morning shift. They don't work the night shift. They won't recognize you. Also have to think to yourself, what are they going to do? Call the cops? You're going to arrest me for trying to get free complimentary breakfast? This is the way I see it. If billionaires can have an island dedicated to nefarious acts, I think the common man can get free breakfast at a hotel. This is what I say. My grandfather fought in World War II. Why wouldn't I treat myself? I mean, he fought for the Italians, but he still
Well, he got a lot of excuses as to why he's stealing.
fought. You know what I'm saying? Like, live a little. Do the waffle maker, okay? I put chocolate chips on it. I even got the Apple Jacks. I was going crazy. It was Saturday morning. I was feeling myself a little bit. Don't judge me. Look at that spread. That's a decent spread. I've had much better complimentary breakfasts, but it's free. What can I say? It's good. I even sometimes will take extra bananas stuff and take them with me. This was a wonderful older couple. I loved listening to their conversation. Look at these people. They have no idea that they're around an absolute criminal genius. And listen, folks, don't think of it as you're stealing. They're throwing this stuff away anyway. Use it. Put it to use. This is your chance to get back at the man. Have a good day, folks.
I'm going to tell you guys, don't do that. So someone says, Metal Mike says, is this a joke or real? I got to tell you, I used to believe that these things were jokes, right? Until you started seeing these TikTok people get arrested for doing the stupidest stuff ever. Like the absolute dumbest thing ever just for clicks, and they get arrested. You want to know what the dumbest one was? A guy went to Disney Springs to drink the fountain water and rate them. He went to the 4 different fountains, filled up a water bottle, and drank the water from like birds poop in that thing. For clicks, he got arrested because you're not supposed to do that. And he got a summons saying he is no longer welcome on Disney property. And he thought it was funny. A few months down the road, when he runs out of things to click and wishes that he could go to Disney or wherever, he's gonna really feel it. I couldn't believe this guy. He was just drinking. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up. Drinking Disney fountain water. I don't know. It might come up. I just threw it in a quick search. It's an older video, but yeah, it came out in 2003. I don't see a video, but it was very weird. You're just kind of like, why would you do that? So like, yeah, there's no video of it, but I remember watching that for park hopping, and we were like, what are you doing? Like, don't do that. Like, that's, first of all, you could get extremely sick. Oh, well. Yeah, don't do that at all. I don't know where I left off. I am all over the place today. How pathetic. Okay. Spirian gifted a $5 super hype sticker. Shout out to you, man. Always Ghostly repped his membership. Thank you. At least Super Grunt. Wow, YouTube is censoring my chat, and I'm not saying anything bad or gross. It happens, man. Brian Fortu says, Commandment 8, don't be a butthead and steal. Yeah. Thank you for the almost 500 people just hanging out here, man. Hanging out. Nerd Slap says, I think I found the video. Sure. Send it to my DM. If I have a time, I'll pull it up. It was kind of a random notion. Oh, let me get rid of this. Thank you guys for being part of the Patreon. You guys are amazing. More of the Great Awakening. Waking up is the definition of mixed emotions. What? How America wants you to live. Okay.
Another day in the Matrix. I feel like being such a good wife today. Let's go clean the whole house. Let's start with the ultra toxic Windex with extra ammonia to attack my family's skin and respiratory health. Lysol will disinfect our counters while wrecking our nervous system, thyroid, and hormones. I like to make every room smell amazing with our favorite Febreze. It's full of carcinogenic VOCs that cause migraines, asthma, and more hormone issues.
Is that true? Is that true? Are these things that bad for you?
Oh,
Is that why I am? Because my mom used that stuff?
and let's spray extra on the bed so that they're inhaling it all night. Lastly, my Dawn soap will coat all the dishes with endocrine disruptors and surfactants that irritate the gut. So we'll be getting a little bit of ocean breeze disease in every bite.
Honey, I'm home.
Oh, hey.
Oh, look, you did some cleaning.
Yeah.
And these look perfect for me and the boys' estrogen maxing.
And for wrecking my immune system.
Oh, I love you, honey.
That was kind of a weird video. People are saying yes. It's really that. Well, what are you supposed to do then? Use vinegar and water mixture? Wow. I don't know, but I wouldn't believe anything she says. I try to avoid these the best I can. I hate this, but she's not wrong. I use vinegar and water to clean. And it all goes back to they just want to keep you sick to keep you on medicine, right? Is that what that's all about? Oh yeah, I think Jose brought this up. Shout out, man, to the donut operator. What podcast was he on? He's the donut operator's friend, YouTuber, Brandon. We met him at the San Antonio meetup. Brendan Herrera has won the Texas 23rd District primary rep after Tony Gonzalez dropped out of the race. Unsubscribe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just stop cleaning and drink free Disney water after scoring a free breakfast at a hotel. Hey, man, that's a pirate's life for me, ain't it? That's a pirate's life for me. That's a pirate's life for me. He's the AK guy. Oh, shout out Bruce. What's up, man? Makes you wonder if like this could be the future of like politics. People that have a big like YouTube following or social media following just getting sick of it all the time, so they run. You know, Jay, are you excited for Black Flat? Yes, I am. But man, I am so behind on. I gotta finish this Lego set. I gotta finish Resident Evil 9 because it was a gift. I gotta beat Jaws before Mo. Jay, when are you running? You guys would hate me and you guys would hate me running for office. Having a YouTube channel with a lot of followers is a great campaign tool. If I ran for anything, they would come through this channel and like take every misread word I ever said. So, and they would use it against me. Then they're like, you don't want this retard in office. They would use tripping poo against me. They would use all that stuff. I feel like Jay would increase my taxes to mess with me. No, I'd just kick you out of Florida because nobody wants you here. That's how I'd run my campaign. We don't want you here. Get out. Get out. Savage J. No, it's just hey, he started it. Start off with the school board. I'm a like you know what's crazy is Spearion's good guy. I was just joking with him, man. Come on. The problem is like the more we do this show and the more like we look into like how bad the corruption is like on every level, they wouldn't want someone like me there in office. It would take everything. I would need a lot of campaign money and a lot of like, you know, it would take a lot. Those people got like the corruption level goes deep. They would all like join together because I would want to school board. I would want to cut school board salaries. I would want to cut all that stuff. I would never get the votes. Sadly, I would never get the votes. I hope he does well. I hope he does well. My, like, I think Brandon, I think they will, I think he will try to do the right thing. And I hope he gets at least like 50% of what he wants to change done. I think that's a win. I really do. The speeches would last all day, says David. Man, I wouldn't even give speeches. So how do you know? The Tyler stuff is crazy with Patreon. What are you talking about? The Tyler stuff. My Patreon? Elite Supergun said I would get rid of public schools and let nature weed out the rest. His district runs from El Paso to San Antonio. It's a big district. That's the thing. It's like if someone like me got into the school board and wanted to make change, the pushback would be ridiculous. The pushback would be ridiculous. But I guess it's got to start somewhere, right? It's kind of funny. I'm happy, but now that I've done a little research, the guy that beat her is freaking crazy. I didn't think they could replace Jasmine Crockett with someone who was worse. But holy crap, they sure did. Holy crap. James, how do you say his last name? Tallarico? Listen to some of the stuff that he says, man. He is using religion to push his campaign, a false doctrine to push his campaign. Invoking the name of Christ to justify baby murder and mutilating children, blaspheming Christ with heresies and celebration of sin. Special place in hell for this kind of wolf in sheep's clothing.
In the Gospel of Thomas, which was later omitted from the Bible.
The reason why the Gospel of Thomas was omitted from the Bible is because they couldn't get the accurate sightings to make sure that it was genuine. That's all I'm saying. One of the biggest things that we learned in history is that when people began to see how powerful like the Gospels and the religious teachings of Christianity were to control people, people were writing a gospel to fit their lifestyle or their political means back in the day. So they had to use it. They had to find like historians to check to make sure like that was an actual like writings from one of the disciples. And if it didn't meet the criteria, like there wasn't enough evidence to say that it was part of it, they omitted it. Now, here's the thing. There was the Gospel of Mary, the Gospel of Paul. Some of these were just proven frauds, like just completely made up, just so they could control a community in town. And they wrote stuff in there and say, well, if you don't follow this, then you're, there's the Gospel of Longinus, whatever that was called, the Roman soldier that stabbed Jesus in the side, the Gospel of Bartholomew. Book of Enoch has been such a controversy book, you know? And so the thing is, let me just say this. Could the Gospel of Thomas possibly be something that maybe, but I have to believe that God is bigger than the human capacity to mess up, and that the Bible is his word, and that if we accidentally left out stuff, God is bigger to correct that. Like, I just feel like God is bigger than human mind. Does that make sense? That God is bigger. I don't want to put him in a box saying that man messed this up, so we don't know God. No, God is bigger than that. He will make sure that things will get put in order where it needs to be, and that you will know enough to understand Jesus's love for you, and that you will find Christ. Listen, we're all learning here. Some people are up here, some people are here, some people are here, some people are here. I just have to believe in Andrew. Look at this guy right here. I have to believe that God is bigger. So if we accidentally omitted something because we couldn't prove it historically, that yes, this has some basis to it. And even though God was like, all right, cool, you know what? I can use the Gospel of Mark to still get my message out. That's what I believe. That if we get to this point where all the Bibles are burned and like all that stuff is just, nothing left, I believe God could take one page from the Bible and still get his will done in people. That's what I think. Anyway, Jay going Melanie Mac on us? I don't think so. I'm a Christian. I don't know what your problem is with that, Razorburn. I talk about it all the time. But if you don't like it, you could. I'm sure there's somebody else you could watch. But yeah, that's what I think. So the fact that he brought up Gospel of Thomas to try to push an agenda, which was omitted because they didn't have historical reference to put it in the Bible as significant teachings, then yeah. So, and Andrew with a $200 super chat. What? Boss, your gut knows. Sometimes one person carries a burden and a single act of kindness can lift it all. Hope helps at MegaCon. Use it there and pay it forward. Thanks again for the chat and prayers. And Jay, thank you for showing real heart in action. Grateful for you all. Brother. Thank you, man, for always being supportive. Holy crap. Razorburn says, Jay, I'm just kidding. Sheesh. No, you're not, Razorburn. You don't like me. I heard you tell other people I go to Jay's stream because he sucks. Is that true? I saw you super chat somebody else saying, I wish Jay would die. Or maybe I was thinking of somebody else named Razor Buns. I love you, Jay. No homo. All right. I owe him a huge apology. It must have been the guy named Razor Buns, the guy that likes to make out with big phrase in the chat. I don't know. It's probably an Australian. Sorry about that, Razor Burn. I bow before you and beg for forgiveness. Andrew, brother, God bless you, man. Always supporting over here. It's a Friday. Freaking Razor Buns. It's a Friday. Davis, like, where's this going? I don't know, man. Riskin says, I don't get the joke. There is no joke. It's a Friday stream. Also, I just wanted to take a quick jab at Big Phrase just because. I'm overwhelmed by your generosity, brother. Overwhelmed. Little Jim's Halo. Look at the pushback from both sides against Doge. Remember, these people love power and they hate outside that. Yes. You would think they would welcome Doge with open arms and get rid of all the government crap, but no. No. They wanted Republicans and Democrats both wanted Doge out as far as quick as possible. This was our government when Doge says, y'all need to make some cuts.
Hate it.
They're all gay. Andrew, I can't believe you, brother. Thank you, man. Freaking grateful for you. Let me check on Rumble. Yep, Rumble's rumbling. And Nerd Slap is just running kick this morning. Oh. Razor Burns says me and Razorfish should collaborate. Jay, did you hear that Brandon Herrera won his run for Congress in Texas? I did not hear that. Man, that's awesome, bro. That is freaking awesome, dude. Congrats on him. But I did have the AK guy up. I heard the AK guy won as well. I think that was great. I don't know why people tune into this show, man. I swear to God. Andrew, God bless you. I don't know what to say, man. It's like that. I can't believe you did that, brother. It means the world to me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Stop yelling at Billy Tax. Experience the same dude, Jay. I know. It was a joke because we had talked about him for like 15 minutes. Sometimes the jokes just laugh in my head, and that's the end of it. Wow, Jay Bear, you're spicy today with all the I don't care, and that's not my channel. Hi, blessed day, smooching. Oh, Jay, did you bid on that rhino? Nah, I didn't. Andrew, I hope I get to meet you one day, brother. I hope I get to meet you. Yeah, this is me today on a Friday. I was full of pep and vinegar today. I'm like all revved up, ready to go. I was up early. I'm thinking I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be funny, man. I'm gonna run this stream. It's gonna be great.
Please clap.
Yeah, and that's just what it turned into. All right, I got to get refocused here. Professional. iCanalyst over on Rumble says this is for Jay's Rhino Fund. Jay's Rhino Fund. It's almost there, right? All right, here we go.
In the Gospel of Thomas, which was later omitted from the Bible by church officials, the Gospel of Thomas quotes Jesus as saying, when you make the male and female one and the same, when the male is not male, when the female is not female, then you will enter the kingdom of God. In the Gospel of Thomas, which was later.
Yo, I can't, I'm already revved up. I don't need to make it worse. Wow. Sometimes it just speaks for itself, you know, like here he is in somewhere.
Trans children are God's children, made in God's own image. There's nothing wrong with them. Nothing at all. They are perfect, they are beautiful, and they are sacred. Bullying children is immoral. It's a sin, a special kind of sin.
He is using religion to push his agenda. Wow, dude. Shout out Wicked Virtue with a big cup of Joe. Well, I was watching her play Resident Evil and realizing I will probably never beat that game, but I'm going to give it the old college try. Bring back Jasmine. Trans children are perfect and made in God's image. I keep saying it. I mean, what else? You know, just keep saying it, I guess. Even Ron DeSantis chimed in on this. A candidate for statewide office in Texas claiming God is non-binary. That dog won't hunt.
Is both masculine and feminine and everything in between. God is non-binary.
At least they tell us who they are, man. Like, at least they tell us. Billy tax. Wait, Zach for 2. Billy tax little Billy and poor Billy every time. You know, at least they tell us who they are. I could go on and on about this forever, but we're going to shout out the amazing lurkers in the chat. Probably my, I haven't really grasped hold of like any topics today on Friday. So we have less people that show up on Friday, but we're almost pushing 500. We're almost pushing 500. And if you're just lurking here, I apologize. This is how the stream goes. We went from giveaways to me yelling at Spirian. We looked at houses in Florida, all in the first hour. Now we're listening to a guy that's going to run for state senator, claiming that trans children are made in God's image and that God is non-binary. So you could be non-binary too. Bro, imagine this. Imagine someone like this. Imagine what policies he wants to push. Shout out to you, lurkers. You're my non-binary. You are a wait. You are the binary that keep. Shout out to you, lurkers. Shout out. I didn't know where I was going with that. And Spirian dropping a super sticker for 2. You can be a pepper too. Yeah, I kind of messed that up. You are not non-binary. You are the non-binary. That makes sense. Keep trying. It's a Friday, man. Dude looks like a friend of the playground. Dang, bro. That's pretty funny. You're the non-binary. I'm a dude. I know. I don't even know what to say. Like, this is like, I don't even know what to say. That is just like crazy to me that people behind him just clap and cheer when he says stuff like this. Big Papa Trump is in the building for $1. And my man, the Beast, is in there. I hope you're doing well, brother. I hope you're doing well. Johnny says, I'll be your binary. Yeah, I don't, it's like these people take care of themselves. Like, it's, I'm glad. The thing is, I'm very glad that they tell us who they are. Does that make sense? I'm glad they just tell us who they are. Wait, what? Is this the same clip we just showed? Or maybe it's a little longer. Texas State hopeful James Taylor Rico uses Gnostic Gospel of Thomas to prove that Jesus was a feminist, offering that men must not be male, but must be female and vice versa. What was the point of even saying that in a place of work? Bro, the fact that somebody in a place of worship allowed you to come up there and say that stuff. I mean, look at the people watching. They're all like, man, that breaks my heart, man. You're about to die. And it's like, imagine like God's so merciful. So it's, if a false teacher is leading them astray, I really feel that God is merciful. I really do.
One and the same.
Wait, is that where he's?
By church officials.
It's the same
The Gospel
clip.
of Thomas quotes Jesus as saying, when you make the male and female one and the same, when the male is not male, when the female is not female, then you will enter the kingdom of God.
You push that kind of rhetoric on your policy where it's like, if you want to be a Christian, you've got to be non-binary. Are you insane, bro? That's the guy that beat Jasmine Crockett. All right, listen, we took a victory lap around for Jasmine Crockett. I get it. I'm glad she's gone. I'm glad she's gone. Did you see Dan Crenshaw lost? Yeah, we took a victory lap for that too. Holy crap. And Wasp. Look at that avatar. With a $100 donation. Andrew and Wasp coming in here, pushing the red button of nukes. Can we get the Wasp emoji in the chat? Non-binary Sikh counseling fund for a $100 donation. Boy, you ain't kidding. These people need therapy. Look at all the stingers in the chat. Well, he hasn't won yet. He's still running. So if you're running against this guy in Texas, in freaking Texas, you better take every one of these clips and say your Christian values is at your Christian values is on, like, it's holy crap, dude. Dallas area is liberal. He's running for state senate, right? There's a runoff between, who do you want to win, Jose? Aren't we going for Paxton? The thing is, Republicans wanted Jasmine Crockett to win. She would have been easier to beat. Yeah. Boss, thank you for your generosity and keeping the lights on over here. And Andrew brother. I can't. Bro, I'm not worth it, man. I'm not worth all this love, man. Sorry, I know it's a chill day. You remind me of Isaiah 3:9. The look on their faces testifies against them. They parade their sin like Sodom. They do not hide it. Woe to them. They have brought disaster upon themselves. Brother, that is very relevant today. They do not hide it. They do not hide it. Everybody wants Paxton. Well, one person said, I think Paxton is wacky. Andrew, that is 100% relevant today. They parade their sin like Sodom, and they do not hide them, and woe to them. Shout out to you, brother. That is 100% today. He butchered and misquoted his reference, says Jeremy the Cyborg. Why am I not surprised? The Rhinos really hate Paxton also. And Trump endorsed the other guy. Really? This guy gave a speech like I did a little bit. What is best in life? To crush our enemies. I've been seeing what you've been doing on Twitter.
There is something happening in Texas. The people of this state have given this country a little bit of hope. And a little bit of hope is a dangerous thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens in this Republican runoff. We already know who we're running against. The billionaire mega donors and their corrupt political system. Not any one politician, not any one political party. We are running against the broken system and the powerful people who broke it.
Powerful people who broke it? Jay, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, to see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of their women. Did I get it right? Was there something else in there? And to ride off on the horses. No, that was from Three Amigos. That was Three Amigos, right? I said it better, Jay. Okay. To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of their women. Bro, I knew that line. I knew that line from like when I was a little kid, dude. Everybody knew that line. Oh wait. I forgot. Sorry. I hit the wrong button.
They're scared of the movement we are building. They're going to throw
Rom would be
everything
proud of you,
they
Jay.
have at us. They're going to call me a radical leftist. They're going to
All right, hold on. Beardo says it better. All right, you're gone. See you, buddy. I'll see you next week. There you go. Have fun, big phrase. How dare you come in here and say that? That politician's hair looks like plastic.
They're going to call me a fake Christian. They'll call our movement un-Texan, un-American. They'll call us a threat.
Because that's exactly what you are. That's exactly what you are.
The only truth is we are a threat.
Oh, well, there you go.
We're a threat to their corrupt system. 2,000 years ago, when the powerful few at the top hurt those at the bottom, that barefoot rabbi didn't stay in his room and pray. He walked into the seat of power and flipped over the tables of injustice.
Wow, he's really using religion. This is why you have to read your Bible, people. This is why you got to stay in your word, because if you don't know, you'll be deceived by something like this. That's wild, man.
To those who love this state, to those who love this country, to those who love our neighbors, it's time to start flipping tables. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for being in this fight. God bless y'all. Thank you.
Wow. Look at that avatar. Eric Mood. Did I say that right? Gifted 5 Welcome to the Rebellion podcast memberships to the channel. It's like it's time for a little Rose Tico break, all right? Just a little Rose. Thank you so much for the gifties. And Wasp and Andrew, all, man, unbelievable support over here. Interesting he could take advantage of what can be considered sacred. It's honestly, it's tale as old as time. Using religion is a powerful, like, look at the book of Eli. Remember the book of Eli? How they wanted the Bible because they felt like it had the power to control so many. Look at these preachers these prosperity gospel preachers, man, that beg people for money in order for them to buy their salvation. You know what I mean? There has been snake oil salesmen from day one to control, to get rich, to and it's only by the unbelievable mercy and grace of God that he hasn't some of these people. You know what I'm saying? Because he still loves these people and he wants to see them saved. You know? But yeah, Jesus warned us a million times over. Beware of false teachers, man. Beware of wolves in sheep's clothing. Beware. 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 The thing is, it's like at least he's like not hiding it. You know what I mean? Like, at least he's not hiding it. He's out there doing his thing. So you kind of know where he's coming from. The problem is, like, people don't know what he's saying. So, Jay, I just wanted to update. So the fiance is 13 weeks so far. Went to the doctor the other day. They couldn't find the heartbeat, but she is a bigger woman. Keep us posted, brother. Keep us posted. God's got something cool for you, man. He really does. He got something cool for you. The Patreon has a prayer chat and it's free. That is correct. I love people putting their prayer request in there and their questions, and we try to do our best. My man, I am the law for five. Just like the rainbow, Jesus is queer, false prophet. They've reached the conclusion and used whatever methodology to arrive there. False prophet scum. Quite simple, you know. My other issue is the biggest problem with Christianity today is other Christians. We fight too much with each other on what exactly is truth. You know what I mean? We fight over, and maybe that's not silly to some, but it's like instead of like educating with at least Bible basics, it's like, holy crap, man. They argue over stuff over and over, you know? They shame people. Listen, when I talk about Bible and God stuff here, some of the comments that are left are like, people calling me a false prophet and a false witness. And I'm just like, I say from day one, don't come for me for spiritual advice. I'm doing the best I can. I ain't perfect. I make mistakes. Like, I watch like the interviews with Tim Tebow, and I'm like, holy crap, dude. I can't even come close to what that guy's doing. That guy's literally an angel walking among us, you know, and people have the nerve to come in here and be like, Jay, I got to be honest with you. I used to respect you, but you're a false prophet because you need to be teaching. I'm like, buddy, calm yourself. I'm walking it as best I can. Am I going to stumble and fall? Absolutely. I can't see somebody. There's only a few people that were like walking on water, you know, I'm not him, you know, don't come at me, but they do all the time. And it's like Christians just arguing with each other because they feel that their way is the right way. And it's like, is it though? Is it? Is it though? Is it? There's Christians out here that believe if you have a sip of alcohol, you're doomed for hell. There's Christians out here that will argue if you don't read King James only, you're doomed to hell. You're false. You're teaching false. The fact that I tell people to read the ESV and Luke, people get very upset at that. They don't like that at all. You know, I'm just sitting here like, what am I supposed to? I can't understand the King James. Well, then you need to go to a church that explains it. I have, and you know what they taught me? I'm not good enough. I'm going to hell. It's like, holy crap, people. Holy crap. Things happen. People don't work out. Divorce, like some Christians go after divorced people like it's like the worst sin they've ever done in their life. You know what I mean? I'm like, holy crap, man. You don't know what people have gone through. What about cussing? I could go on here and say everyone that claims to be a Christian that says a cuss word they better sit down and repent, baby. I feel, man, now you guys got me on a little rant here. I feel that while the Bible does say you probably shouldn't cuss, that there are bigger issues in people's lives that God is trying to work out. And the cussing thing he'll get to that. That's how I feel. That's how I freaking feel. For me to look at someone cussing and say, let me take you off to the side, sir. You know what you're doing? Saying those bad words. The Bible's clear about not saying that and all that stuff. Yeah, okay, I get it. They might have some deeper rooted depression, scars, hurt, abuse, stuff like that. I can't see that they just put a smile. I was like, God's got to heal them of that stuff, man. They got to heal them of that. So the freaking, you worried about them saying a couple bad words? I get the freak out of here. You worried about them having a glass of wine before they go to bed? Man, I'm sorry. Like, please, I'm looking for the comments how I'm a false teacher. Get out of here with that, man. There's some deep-rooted issues that people are dealing with that you might not ever hear about. Ever. Ever. And God's really got, look, everyone's talking about cussing. I'm just saying, I've just used that as an example. I'm just using that as an example. There are some deep-rooted issues that some of y'all in this chat, some people that you don't know what they're dealing with. And yes, they have problems. And yes, they are hurting people because they are hurting themselves. And God's really got to deal with that. And they might hurt other people. You ever heard the term hurt people, hurt people? And sometimes they end up hurting people that they love because there is some deep stuff going on there that no one can understand and no one can fight. Like these demons are just rooted in there, and God has got to heal them before. And then we have Christians are like, you're not reading the King James? Shame on you. It's like, get out of here with that stuff, man. Anyway, sorry about the rant. I'm just saying. It hurts me, man. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what people are struggling with. Who are we to judge? Everyone's trying to make excuse for their swearing. Bro, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything right now. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I've bumped into people, I've bumped into them and we've talked, they've come down, they've been in our chat, they've sat down, and it's like some serious stuff going on here. And they've hurt people that they've loved and they didn't want to, but it's like sometimes God's got to really dig deep, and it's hard, man. It's freaking hard. It's the story I tell a million. Look, I don't know why I have this up on the screen or whatever. I'm going to get to it in a second. Probably one of my favorite parables in the Bible. And every time I say it, there's always one person that says, you misread that, Jay. You got it wrong. I don't, whatever. Is the parable. I don't know why 500 people are here listening to me talk. Jesus told a story about a gardener and the guy that owns the garden. The guy that owned the garden came out and looked at a tree and said, man, look at this tree. Told the gardener, man, this tree don't make no fruit for me. This tree does nothing. Let's just say apple. It probably was a fig tree. Let's just say apple tree. This apple tree doesn't make any apples for me. It's pathetic. We got to get it out. Cut it down and be done with it. The gardener says, look, I got an idea. Let me dig out the roots and then put good soil around it and watch it grow. The guy's like, okay. Years ago, I watched these people in Florida try to save a bunch of orange trees in the grove by digging out the roots of that tree. It took them like 3 weeks, dude. They had to be delicate. It had to be careful. They couldn't chop up all the roots. The roots were deep. They had to use small shovels around it. I'm sitting here like, is it worth it? Is it freaking worth it? It was a painful process. And that scripture rings in my head where it's like, dig out the roots. The truth of the matter is that story just hit me like a ton of it hit me right in the face, where it was like, there are some people that have been surrounded by the worst people in the world. And for you to be planted and grow and produce what you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime, to be a productive member of society, to grow where you need to grow. Some of y'all have to dig those people that have rooted themselves in your life out, and it ain't easy. It's not as simple as just walking away, and it's going to be painful, and it's going to be a long process, and it's going to take time, but you have to do that. And then eventually, once you get rid of all that, Then you have to find a place where you are planted somewhere where the good soil takes hold of you. The good people take hold of you. The good things take hold of you. But while you're still living in this place where this deep-rooted issues are still, they're killing your purpose. They are killing your motivation. They are killing your drive. They're killing your dream. You live in depression, whatever it is. Until you're able to uproot that stuff, you can't see the full potential of what God sees in you every single day. And that's what that scripture means to me. It is a painful, hard process. And yeah, we have Christians like, well, you're not reading King James? Well, forget you then. Oh, you had a sip of wine? Shame on stuff like that. It is a hard process that some of you haven't even started yet. Some of you are right in the middle of it. Some of you don't know how to complete it. And the only way you can get through it is with God's help. And while you're still living in this place where there's bad root and bad dirt and soil and bad people around you, you are going to end up hurting yourself, hurting others, hurting things. You're going to live in a place where you think you're worthless. You have no value. You have nothing to give in this world. You have nothing. I'm this and that. And you got to freaking get out of that mess because it's not true. It's not true. And I don't mean to be a preaching this morning on a Friday. You know, it's not really what we do here. I don't know why I got Tim Waltz up here. Whatever. It's just seeing these people with this false doctrine, like, and trying to sell a bill of goods to people that are like false. It's like it's very upsetting. I've heard it all a million times before. I've seen people so hurt. But at the end of the day, you got to surround yourself with some good soil and good people, and you'll get there. But before you can get there, you got to uproot this stuff. And while you're in that process, you're gonna hurt. It's a rough process. And while the world will want to cut you down and throw you away and tell you that you're no good, there's God saying, no, let's dig out the bad soil around their roots and put good soil around them and watch what this person can do. Sermon over. Put your tithes in the offering plate, please, as we keep going. On this day. Sorry, I didn't mean to like go off like that. It just hurts me to see. It hurts me to see this. All right, where were we? Banana and rice and rant tax. I could use some banana and rice this morning, I think. That's what I think. Oh my God, it's 9:30. What have I been doing this whole time? What a crazy stream. I might have to delete this one. Oh. Uncle Mike says, no one is perfect. God forgives. The litmus test is where you are a good person. Yeah. I don't even know. I think there's a litmus test. I think God forgives you and like you just keep it moving, you know? It's like don't put God in a box in your life. And don't complicate the Bible. These people complicate the Bible so crazy. I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. Oh, hey, pretty simple. Andrew again, bro. What are you doing, man? Last one, Isaiah 30:21 reads, whether you turn to the light or whether you turn to the right or the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. Believe your eyes, listen to your instincts. For truth will always float in time. I haven't even seen the chat. You guys roasted me for my little sermon here. If you are, it's all good. Andrew and Wasp right behind. What the heck? Keep up with your sailor tongue. We're God's redheaded child. Jay said so. No, man. You guys are amazing. Andrew, just and Wasp, you guys undeserved, man. Undeserved. Okay, I'll lighten the mood. I can play man. I'm getting diabetes laughing so hard. Drunk 3PO 121. Pretty sure it was party animals. Did I say that one day? I'm laughing so hard I'm getting diabetes. Probably not surprised. Spearing with a $1.50 super sticker. Well, what is it? It's a banana. Oh, Lord, help me. How many people left? All right, let's watch this. Was says I can cuss in 4 languages. Oh, no. Andrew says this was a great episode and great gems dropped. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, you guys have no idea. If I scared you guys away with all that stuff, well, it wasn't my intent, but sometimes you just got to say something. This Natalie says this is the best thing you will see on the internet today. All right, let's see. Tim Walsh doesn't look happy.
You invoked Matthew 25, and that's a scripture we see tossed around a lot.
He's talking about
up
Matthew
here,
25.
but often without context. And so I went and got my Bible and thought we'd dig into Matthew 25 for a minute. The scripture you invoked was Matthew 25, 35 through 40. It ends with this. It says, "Then the righteous will answer to him, Lord, when did we see you hungry, feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? And when did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or naked and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and come to you?" And the king will answer to them, "Truly I say to you, to the extent that you did to one of those brothers of mine, even the least of them, you did this to me." I would ask you, who's the you in that passage?
Thank you for your question. You, meaning all of us, the followers of Christ.
Followers of Christ, right. In Matthew 24:3, it says, after Jesus was sitting on the Mountain of Olives and the disciples came to him privately, and then they asked him, that began this whole chapter. Now, what Christ didn't say was to lobby your government. He said, if you have, you give. That's the general biblical principle here. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 gives us probably the best scriptural understanding of what charity is. It says, each of you should give what you've decided in your heart to give, not reluctantly, under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. Would you say that taxes are under compulsion?
Taxes are not my area of expertise, but
But are they given under compulsion? Do you pay your taxes?
as a U.S. citizen, I pay my taxes.
Yes,
as we all
because
do.
what happens if you don't?
We don't have the services that we need to support our.
What happens to you personally if you don't pay your taxes?
You get in trouble.
You get in trouble. I would say that's under compulsion. So if we're talking about what charity is, I'm always amazed in DC how much of we get to define our personal worth as a politician or statesman or whatever you want to call us by how much of other people's money we give away. And so there's certainly a place for a social safety net potentially, but the idea that Matthew 25 is kind of used as a blanket statement. As a matter of fact, the parable that it gives right before that scripture that you go into is the parable of the talents, where you see someone, a business owner, go away and he leaves 3 employees in charge and gives them each a bit of investment. And 2 of them turn their investment into a profit, and one that turns it not into a profit, he does nothing with it, just sits on it. What does he call him?
Okay, hold on a second. So he's saying that she's using taxpayer money for charity, and that's what they should use it for. And then she's using scripture to justify using taxpayer money. Is that what's going on here? So she's using the Bible to justify taxpayer money into paying charity. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? That is not what taxes are for. Unfortunately, they're not. Taxes are supposed to go to our country to help improve schools, roads, all things like that. They are not supposed to go to a charity. Charities run because people feel that they want to give to something to help. It has nothing to do with taxes. I'm sorry. People are like, well, Jay, taxes help pay for this. I get it. The bottom line is taxes are stupid because these people don't know what to do with the money given to them. Midget Menace. I love that name. Jay, keep an eye on your email today. I'm going to be emailing you regarding theme park news that I think hope may be interest of you. All right, cool, bro. I love theme park news.
You're a pastor, right?
Yes, I am, sir. I don't have.
He calls him a wicked and a lazy servant. And
Wait, she's a pastor? Hold on.
Yes, I am, sir. I don't have.
Parable of the talents, where you see someone, a business owner, go away and he leaves 3 employees in charge and gives them each a bit of investment. And 2 of them turn their investment into a profit. And one that turns it not into a profit, he does nothing with it, just sits on it. What does he call him? You're a pastor, right?
Yes, I am, sir.
He asked you one of the easiest Bible questions and you can't even answer it? And you're a pastor? By title? He asked you a little biblical question about a parable and you stare at him like, I don't know. Get the freak out, bro. This is infuriating. How do I even know? How do I know these answers and they don't? And they are past. They're supposed to be a pastor. And they're running our tax money? Are you freaking out of your mind, dude? This is all, bro. Like it's like I'm about to quit because I'm like, I don't even know where to begin. The freaking government is a sham from day one. All you people in the chat that work hard, some of y'all working 2 jobs. These retards take your money and just squander it. I think I've reached my threshold. I'm gonna buy an island. I'm gonna do my own thing.
I don't have.
He calls him a wicked and a lazy servant.
She didn't even have the. She can't even answer. My man. Dog99 with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you. I needed a little break here before my brain was about to ooze out of my ear. How are you going to get the camper van on the island? I'll get a boat. It's almost like women shouldn't be pastors. Bra Island is not for sale. Can I just live there then? I'll collect coconuts. I'll be the coconut gatherer. I'll be like, hey, you want to touch my coconuts? You want a coconut? They're all over here. I'll collect the coconuts. Odyssey Run, God bless you, man. Thank you for always hanging out. Raider, what the freak are you doing, man? I can't wait to see Raider. Raider. Coconuts from a tree. You guys. You better not be dropping a super chat after you drop. Raider with 20 gifted membership there. And then he follows up with 74.28, which I know what that means. I know exactly what that. I've cracked his code. I know exactly what that means. I know he's smiling because he knows I'm about to share the code. And thank God you dropped it at this time, because when I listen to the rest of this, two things are going to happen. My head's going to explode. I'm going to have a massive heart attack right live stream, According to Raiders logic, when he shows up on a live stream and hits a second mark, so he's been watching for 74 seconds times 28. This is now the 28th month of him enjoying this show, plus the 74th second of him watching. But when you counter that with the percentage of what's going on in March and ways that the lunar moon, the blood moon, has shined down, you then have to subtract the square root of 4. But then when you mix it, okay, with the 1/3 percentage that he decided that he was going to put in with that super chat, plus the gifted memberships of 20, you now realize that he is literally telling us the geolateral sphere of where he is sitting and watching the show. It's 100% solid, minus maybe a 15% chance I could be off by a little bit. But if you carry the 1 and know for certain that he's using the geometric latitude and longitude geometry that we were once taught, but many of us forgotten, you could clearly see with the 20 gifties and the 74.28, it was originally 24, but he had to add the 4 plus because he might be driving exactly in the same lunar hemisphere as the tide is pulling the ocean. That I could clearly say with confidence. Shout out Raider. Am I right? Where is he? He won't answer because he knows I'm right. Or the fact that I'm listening to these false teachers has rattled my brain so much that I'm now staring at the matrix code and nothing else. High Tide's going to clip out my math and make a short from it. That'll be a great short, High Tide. Well, see? You see? He said I'm this close. So clearly, instead of the 1/3 percentage, I was off. I have to multiply it by the days of only the Aztec calendar, which swings around in the percentage of the different time zones he could be in, which also gives you a 4% chance that you could be 20% wrong. I almost got it. Next time.
And so, scripturally speaking, God expects us to do something with what he's given us. Now, Romans 13 talks about the purpose of government. Scripture is replete with, there's different institutions that each have a different thing. The primary job of raising our kids and taking care of our families and the institution of the family. The government has a different one. It says, for the one in the authority is God's servant for your good. But if you do wrong, be afraid. For the rulers do not bear the sword for no reason. They are God's servants to bring agent of wrath on the wrongdoer. Would you say that someone who commits fraud is doing wrong?
We all are against fraud.
Right. Is fraud theft? Would you agree that that's theft?
Yes.
As the 8th commandment says, thou shalt not steal. Would you recommend that someone in your church go into debt to give an offering in your church?
No.
Okay, so we have a massive program of fraud that's being paid for by taxpayers, and it's not really us paying it, it's really our kids and our grandkids that are paying it. And yet we continue to see this massive expansion all under the taken out of context of what charity is being defined as. It's interesting. I find it odd that the left continues to bring up Matthew 25, because at the very beginning of that, right before he goes in that scripture that we talked with, it says, Matthew 25:32, all the nations will be gathered to him, and he will separate the people from one another as sheep and goats. He will put the sheep on his right and his goats on the left. And the king will say to those on his right, come in, you are blessed of the Father, take your inheritance to the kingdom. And those on his left, he will say, depart from me, you cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. So I would caution those who begin to use Matthew 25 to do so in the proper context, understanding that we have multiple biblical institutions, and they each have a purpose.
The context here is vast.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to submit the entirety of Matthew 25 into the record.
Without objection.
Again, it's it's been a show. Under the blanket of religion, people have always scammed, hurt, manipulated, controlled, lied. To gain power, to gain money, to gain wealth, to gain influence. They've all used. I say religion because I'm not religious. I'm a Christian, which means I follow Jesus, which is not a religion. It's my truth, if that makes sense. And while I am imperfect in many ways, people will use a false religion to manipulate and hurt and, sweet Lord, steal money and all that other stuff and not even know your Bible. Not even know your Bible. In front of Congress. Based on Jay's math, I've determined that Raiden is a member of the Principality of Zion. Zion? And lives at Lar Grand Point 3 behind the moon. Now that's just ridiculous, horror host. That's just ridiculous. Whew. Oh, is Joel Osteen trans now? Why is that so funny to me? The White House, I can't believe I live in a timeline where the White House social media account put this out for the world to see. Justice the American way. The freaking White House, dude. You know Hollywood's having a meltdown over this.
Wake up, Daddy's home.
Welcome home, son.
Wake up, Daddy's home.
Strength and honor.
What will you do without freedom?
Mavericks inbound.
You can't conceive of what I'm capable of. Finishing this fight. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
I'm here to fight for truth and justice in the American way.
I am the danger. Time to find out. Maximum effort. Here it comes. Now end this.
Flawless victory.
Are you freaking kidding me, dude? There's no way that the White House put this out. Oh, old man Hatfield says, just saying, I bet she has a pair of crocs. Man, don't put that voodoo on me. Oh, it's good to see the Bella Stella in chat. I hope you're doing okay and your family and everyone is safe and well. I really do. Same with Wasp and everybody, and Cole Hauser has family over there in the Middle East and all that stuff. I really want nothing but the best for them. And I hope you guys all get together and like have a big meal together and celebrate. There's nothing better. There's nothing better. But this is freaking America right here. I love it. We're doing well. Thank you, Jay. Good. That's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted to hear. Freaking White House. The White House also did. All right, hold on. Let's see here. Thank you guys for being here. This has been it's been a stream. All right, that was pinned. Annihilate Iran's Navy. Unclassified. Jeez. Bro, imagine minding your own business in Iran and the government's like, I need you guys to go out there and fight against the Americans. You'll listen, you'll see the missiles. You see how we shoot missiles here. You'll hear it. You'll see it. You'll be all right. And he's just on your boat. All you will hear is like a little ring like that. And that's it. And gone, dude. Holy crap, bro. Are we hitting them with drones or missiles? What are we hitting them with? Someone let me know in the chat. A bunch of coral reefs being made. Jay, check out USO. I've been offsetting some of my market loss. Actually, my market's doing pretty good, brother. My market's doing pretty good. Everybody, stop the phone. My man Greg shows up to say hi with a 20. You didn't have to send anything, man. A simple hi would have done just well. Man, I missed you trolling me during Fortnite streams and stuff, brother. It's good to see you, man. You don't ever have to super chat, man. You could have just said hi. It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, brother. You're always with you always made me laugh during them Fortnite streams, man. There'll be no deal with Iran except unconditional surrender. God dang. And Spirit follows up with another gifty shout out. What are you in that you're doing so well? Bro, I can't say. Games tonight, boss? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll run Fortnite with the Patreon. I don't know. I know Wicked's running her Resident Evil 9. So I don't want to like stream over certain people, but we'll see. Greg is saying good morning, everybody. Good to see you, man. This just posted 37 minutes ago. There will be no deal with Iran except unconditional surrender. Iran will have a great future. Make Iran great again. MIGA. Well, I got to be careful saying that. Jay, don't stream during FNT. They could care less if I stream over FNT. I got to be careful with that one. Yeah. Today's the first state. No, I don't care about that. We saw that one. Destroy the enemy. Didn't they post something about Pokemon? Turns out the regime that chanted death to America was gifted death from America. I missed that one. Champions. Is that A-Rod? Yeah. I thought they posted something with like Animal Crossing. Maybe they took it down. Oh, yeah. And Christy Gnome is done. What the heck happened with Christy Gnome? She's pretty. But you got to do the job that's in front of you. I don't know if she just let it down. Like what did she do? Okay, Preacher Jay. What are you talking about? I'm not a preacher. I can only talk about myself.
We do indeed have some breaking news. This comes a day after a difficult couple of days on Capitol Hill in both the House and the Senate for Kristi Noem, the Homeland Security Secretary. She is being replaced. Senator Mark Wayne Mullen is now going to take over her job. The president making the announcement on Truth Social just a short time ago. He writes, quote, "I am pleased to announce that the highly respected United States Senator from the great state of Oklahoma, Mark Wayne Mullen, will become the United States Secretary of Homeland Security effective March 31st of this month."
Really,
year. The current
Jose?
Secretary, Kristi Noem, who has served us well and has had numerous and spectacular results, especially on the border, will be moving to be special envoy for the Shield of the Americas, which is a new security initiative in the Western Hemisphere that they're announcing on Saturday at Doral in Florida. The president says, "I thank Kristi for her service at Homeland." So this comes amid reports that the president was none too pleased about the advertising campaign money that came to light during these hearings, Sandra. And so just in the last 24 hours, we've heard a lot of rumors that Mark Wayne Mullen may be tapped for DHS. And now it appears the president has made that decision, and that's going to happen at the end of the month. We do indeed have some.
She spent $220 million on a commercial that she said Trump approved. Is she stupid? Also, CNN is forced to report that Donald Trump is more popular among his own party.
Republicans love Donald Trump more than any president's own party supporters loved him at this particular point. Just take a look here. Okay, own party supporters, 21st century presidents, own party approval about at this point in the second term. Bush was at 77%. Obama was at 77%. Look at this. 86% of Republicans approve of the job that Donald Trump is doing at this point. That is higher than either Obama.
But I was told MAGA was dead. I was told that Trump has wrecked the Republican Party. I was told by those stupid influencers that gained a lot of clout during his election that this is that he is failing, that he's negative 13 points, that he's this, that he's that. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, it's all smoke and mirrors with these people. It's all smoke and mirrors, man. This is CNN reporting that Trump is more popular. But if you go on Twitter or whatever, and it's like MAGA's dead, everybody's, they're all leaving the party. Oh, he's killed the midterms, doom and gloom. Get the freak out of here, man.
Or Bush had within their own party at this point. Trump's magic touch has not seemed to wear off yet when it comes to the Republican base.
And what kind of approval are we talking about here?
Okay, so we're talking about overall approval here. How about the strongly approved, not just like, but love. Okay, we're going to look at these same presidents again. Strong approval among your own party's base. What you see here is Trump is the only one who gets a majority at this point in their presidency. Obama was at 48%. Bush was at 47%. You see here Trump at 53%. Not as high as overall approval rating, but still getting a majority of the Republican base, at least in the average of polls, to say that they still really, really, really like him.
Okay.
There were people online when Trump was running the second time. And they were nobodies. And they came out like pro-Trump, and like bashing everything. And everybody's like, yeah. And they gained millions of followers. Ashley St. Clair won, They got millions of followers because she's just one of many. And they started making a ton of money being a MAGA influencer. They were invited to all the right parties. They were invited to all this stuff. They did all that stuff. And as soon as he did one thing that they didn't like, or that they felt that their base of people didn't like, they turned on him so quick and tried to get their party turned. These people, man, they just pee in the wind, dude. Ashley St. Clair. Did I say her name wrong? Or Jetta, you've gone deaf. No cup for you. Mr. Bang Your Mom. Obama let men get married to each other. I was so pissed off at him. Yeah, the chick that had Elon's child. What was her name? Yeah. Anyway. Anyway. I think that's the show for today. A couple things I got to do in Patreon today, probably after daily. And I don't know what I might do today. I want to finish the Lego build. I want to beat Jaws before Mo. I got to beat Resident Evil 9. I could be streaming any one of these things, man. I don't know. Next week is going to be a disaster for this show. These next 2 weeks, because of MegaCon and people coming to town, it's going to be a disaster. I don't know what. It could be so sporadic, but we'll see. I could be playing Fortnite. I could be like, screw it all. Let me just play Fortnite with my friends and just relax on a Friday. Do your homework for daily. I don't even know what we're talking about over there. It's Friday. We probably got another ad read. I don't know. You guys have been beyond generous over here. I couldn't thank you enough. My heart is full of love. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. We get sleep in. I'll make sure like I give a good next week, because I might be starting the show an hour later on some days because so we'll see. You guys are amazing in my life. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough. And thank you, Patreon.